Canon's latest offering, the G7X Mark II, is finally here in my hands after nearly a month of waiting, and that's because it was out of stock due to the popular demand. Not many of these are around because they're all out of stock, and WEX finally had it back, and I believe that is Wex Photographic. Hey guys, it's Mahel here, and today I'm going to be unboxing the Canon G7X Mark II. Looking at this fine piece of technology from another perspective, the Canon G7X Mark II is an upgrade from the G7X Mark I, which is very popular amongst vloggers because, well, it has a flip out screen and a really low aperture, which made it perfect for vlogging. But the problem was that it had very slow autofocus. The Canon G7X Mark II, however, fixes some of those problems in the previous generation, and that is why it is so in demand. These are features that I'm actually going to include in my review of this camera, as I will bring you one, but for now this is the unboxing. So we're going to take a look at the packaging first, and immediately you can see a black box, kind of like in the style of the Rebel boxes you get for your DSLR cameras for Canon in the US, except you don't have a Rebel text, but in the US you have black boxes compared to the UK where you have a greyish box. And right here you can see the Canon G7X Mark II looking quite nice, and it says PowerShot G7X Mark II. It reminds us that it's a PowerShot, but really it's quite high end than a PowerShot, so I don't really associate that with high end. But the fact is that this camera brings you DSLR like images according to what Canon say, and I've seen some of the samples and they really are amazing. Not quite DSLR quality, but very much alike. To the normal person you wouldn't be able to tell the difference, but nevertheless. So at here where I'm reading, it shows that it has a new image processor, which is the Digic 7, and you have a 20.1 CMOS sensor, which is really nice because DSLR cameras, they have a CMOS sensor. This also has a CMOS sensor, although it's not quite the same. You have a lens which is f1.8 to 2.8, and whilst the lens is actually fixed, you can't change it. It's equivalent to, I believe, a 24 to 105, something along those lines, don't quote me on that. But this camera also has NFC and it's Wi-Fi certified, meaning you can connect it to your phone or tablet and actually do remote shooting or transfer just using Wi-Fi, which is really amazing. Here, if you take a look at the box, then you are able to see that it just says PowerShot G7X Mark II with a picture of the camera, and you can see the screen flips out 90 degrees, or there's a new feature where you can flip out 45 degrees the other way around. I will show that in a review. Without further ado, let's actually get into opening the box. So instantly when you open the box, this is the first time I'm doing it. I'm really excited because I've been waiting for this, as I want to use it for vlogging. It's quite expensive for a vlogging camera, but nevertheless, let's get into it. You were first welcomed by a warranty card, which is in Russian for some reason. I do not know why this is in Russian. I will need to check if that's European warranty, because Wex Photographic say that they don't do grey imports, but this is a Russian photo card, and even more instructions in Russian as the primary language. Or not, this is actually English, but you have a European warranty system guide. Not really important. Here you can see this is your power outlet, which will be used to charge the actual camera. But a new feature is that you can also charge it through micro USB, which is really convenient because I don't really want to power one of these up every single time I want to charge my device, like I'm doing with my Canon 100D upstairs with the spare battery, which I'm currently recording on, by the way. What's next on the list? A really bulky manual. We don't need a manual, we can figure things out ourselves, use your human initiative. But anyways, lift this flap up and bam! You lift this up, it's kind of broken, but okay. Lift this thing up, and inside here is the holy grail they call the Canon G7X Mark II. Let's not drop this. It's heavier than the G7X Mark I. I've held one before, but it's still lightweight. So if you really have weak arms or something and you really want something really light, although this is light enough, go for the G7X Mark I because there's not much difference. But nevertheless, let's quickly get this out of its bag, and oh my god, this is beautiful. Take a look at this. This is the camera itself. G7X Mark II pretty beautiful. It's different. You've got a nice focus wheel, and oh, this, just looking at this is simply amazing. Look at that, HD selfies. I can literally just do this and take a HD selfie. But I've got a Joby Gorilla Pod, so I can even do it better. But anyways, we're gonna get past the camera because we are simply unboxing everything else that is in the camera. But I will show you the camera at the end. Last things in the box include where you actually put your battery to charge it. That goes with the power cable, as I showed before. A band which you can actually hold the camera with, so you attach the two in the corner I believe. And last but not least, you have the battery. This is the same as the G7X Mark I, which is really convenient, although it's really expensive, as on Amazon the battery was priced at a hefty £54, which is absolutely mind-blowing for just a spare battery. Considering my 100D, in my deal I got a Canon genuine spare battery for free. And imagine paying £54 for another battery, and I'm always having to change batteries between on my Canon 100D, but apparently the battery life is better on this camera than the G7X Mark I, so hopefully I won't need to buy a spare battery, otherwise that's going to kill my bank allowance even more, because this is priced at £550, this camera, which is really expensive. Here we are welcomed by the camera itself, which you can see in full glory. I'm going to provide a full review of the camera like I said before, but I'm just going to show you the camera at a glance. So here you have a focus wheel, which you can also use for other things such as adjusting the exposure and ISO, I believe. But taking a look at the back, you can see that there is a dial right here which can be used to adjust the modes, a button which is for turning it on and off, this button which I'm not quite sure what it does. But taking a look here, you can actually see this is not focusing, but nevertheless, what this is a record button. So if you want to record video, then you can't just press the shutter, which is really annoying. You have to press this record button. There is other buttons as well, such as a menu button, a playback button, and of course your other adjustment buttons. At the bottom, you have a tripod slot, as well as your battery and SD card slot. So if you open this up, then you can actually place it in. This screen, which is really cool as well. We're having focus issues, so let me quickly put this on focus. There we go. And okay, take a look at this. Bam. You could not do this on a G7X Mark I. But you can also do this. Bam. And what this brings to you is this. As you can see, that is perfection. Especially if you're vlogging, or you just want to take a HD selfie. I forbid you don't do it for this reason. But if you're vlogging, then perfect, because you can look at what you're doing easily with a very lightweight camera, and instead of using the DSLR. Because my DSLR does not have a flip out screen at all. So I can't even flip it out to the side. And this is why, of the reasons I bought this camera, because you can flip it out. If you did enjoy the unboxing of the Canon G7X Mark II, then make sure to leave a like, comment below and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, that's at MahelX. I'm sorry I haven't been giving you tech videos for your enjoyment, but that's because I've been busy and a bit lazy really. But now that I have this camera, I hope to bring you more unboxings, because it should be much more convenient, and I really just need to figure out what I'm going to do with this channel. I'm going to bring you tech videos, but I just need to figure out what I'm going to do. A review will be coming off this product definitely, but if you did enjoy it, then it's been Mahel here with Tech From My Perspective, unboxing the Canon G7X Mark II, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.